It's been more than 2 years since Ferguson, Missouri erupted in violence after the police shooting death of Michael Brown. Since then, the city has agreed to overhaul its police department to restore public accountability. But as DeMarco Morgan shows us, across the nation, there are few checks in place to keep problem cops off the streets. DeMarco, good morning.
Good morning. They are known as Gypsy cops, police officers with questionable records that leave one department only to be hired at another. And one officer remains on the payroll in Ferguson, Missouri, where one woman says enough is enough.
Where did this happen?
It happened right here, right outside of my house.
Last November, 43-year-old Angelique Kidd was approached by police officer Eddie Boyd after a hit and run outside her home in Ferguson, Missouri.
He said, well, you have to get out of here, or you have to go, or something like that. And then I said, what was your name? And that's when he arrested me.
And why do you want to know his name?
I felt that I needed that information because he wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing.
And so you were arrested because of disobeying the officer's order?
That's the charge.
That charge is still pending. In December, she filed a lawsuit claiming the arrest violated her civil rights, causing her fear, anxiety, depression, and emotional distress. Kidd's suit is the latest in a string of complaints against Officer Boyd, beginning when he was employed by the St. Louis Police Department. In 2004 and 2005, Boyd was accused of physical abuse in 2 separate incidents. Neither of the complaints was sustained. Then in 2006, Boyd was accused of pistol whipping a 12-year-old girl and falsifying a police report. The complaint was upheld and Boyd was demoted. The following year, he was accused of beating a 16-year-old boy. Boyd resigned and was later acquitted.
I mean, I'm disgusted. I'm like, it's not right. For a police officer to be somewhere and have these horrible charges brought against him, and then instead of getting fired, to be allowed to resign and then come work in a different department.
Just last month, retired librarian Mary Knowlton was shot and killed by Officer Lee Cole during a police role-play demonstration in Punta Gorda, Florida. Although ruled an accident, Cole was already under investigation where he allowed his canine to maul a cyclist during a traffic stop in 2015. 2 years before that, Cole was a rookie cop in Miramar, Florida, when he resigned amid allegations of using excessive force during an arrest caught on surveillance tape.
I started in '71.
Roger Goldman is a law professor with St. Louis University and expert on police licensing. He says a national database is needed for police departments looking to hire.
There is tremendous opposition by police unions to have any kind of reform. I know of many cases where the chief will agree not to say anything negative in order for that person to resign.
Both Boyd and the Ferguson police declined our request for an interview, but in a statement to CBS this morning, the department said they've made important revisions to their hiring practices, including a psychological examination, investigation of an applicant's prior work history, consultation with applicants' previous employers, and a criminal background check.
And what would you like to see happen to Officer Boyd?
I would like to see him fired. I would like that information to follow him everywhere to where he would not be allowed to be a police officer anymore.
The Department of Justice told CBS News that plans are underway to launch a nationwide database to track decertified officers. And while this is a major step on the road to police reform, experts say the biggest challenge will be to convince the nation's estimated 18,000 police departments to participate. Now, you have national databases for physicians, you have them for attorneys. Why not have them for police officers?
You have them for TV. This is so surprising to me. There's no reference checking. There's nothing on your resume that says, look, we better check what they're saying is true.
I'm sure they have a reference checking, but a lot of times it's personnel issues where an employer can't disclose why they fired you. But if there's a big incident that makes national news or local news, then they can sort of put their hands on it.
Really important.
Thank you,
DeMarco.
DeMarco Morgan.